Hey guys, it's Brianna here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very fun video for you, which I think is starting to become an issue, but I know I'm not the only one. I have another book call for y'all today. I just got home literally about 10 minutes ago from going to Half Price Books and my local libraries, and I wanted to do a haul with y'all because I definitely came home with more than I guess I anticipated, although I guess I knew that this was gonna happen. Yeah, so I went to Half Price Books first and I did some damage. I wasn't anticipating finding this many because the last time I went, about 2 weeks ago, I think, at the time I'm filming this, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. Anyway, I was on the hunt for some thrillers because that's what I'm really hoping to read the most of in October, and I really didn't find a whole lot. But I found a bunch today and I'm going to talk about them. And also when I went to my local libraries, so I am very fortunate to have two local libraries near me within the area that I live in. I can easily get to both within like 10 minutes of each other. And the two that I have, one is a lot smaller than the other. I was actually surprised that library, the smaller library, had a whole lot more than I was anticipating. I seriously wanted to grab a whole bunch off the shelf, but I was like, no, Brianna, you can't do it. You need to restrain yourself. And I left with 4. So there's that. Let's see how I want to do this. So I guess I'll just go in the order that I purchased them, I guess. So I'll start with Half Price Books. So one of the very first books that I found is The Chain by Adrian McKinty. This is one of the books that I was when I was hunting for like thrillers and stuff to read this month. I think this was Gabby. I'll put her channel in the description, but I feel like everybody knows exactly who she is. This is one of the books that she recommended. This book just sounds extremely creepy. We'll see how it goes because I think this is considered a horror, like branching horror. And I'm a chicken, so I'm kind of scared about this one. If I remember correctly, it's almost like they have to pass on something. I don't remember if it's like them killing somebody, but they have to pass on something to somebody else and they have like a certain time limit to do that certain thing and then pass it on. So it's literally like a chain. I just remember vaguely what that was about and I was like, ooh, that sounds kind of interesting. So here we are. I found it. Another book I found is The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. This is a very, very popular thriller, and I'm definitely looking forward to reading this one. It's got amazing reviews. I'm pretty sure that this is a movie on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. So that's really exciting. Next up, I found The Escape Room by Megan Golden, which is actually kind of funny because I had this book at one point and I was not interested in thrillers at any means necessary. Like, I was not here for it. That'd be kind of funny if this was one of my copies, but I can't remember if I had a finished copy or an art copy of it. But I actually just borrowed this one from Hoopla because I recently saw somebody on Bookstagram post about this and absolutely raving about it. And it's basically this story where this person gets trapped on an elevator with somebody else, and it's like but it's like a scary, like creepy elevator ride, like they're stuck on it. So I don't know, I've always been very fascinated with that because for me, I would be so claustrophobic and like freaking out, like you can't go anywhere, you are stuck. So I'm curious to see how this one goes. I've been hearing amazing reviews, so I am super excited about this one. Next up, I got The Woman in the Window by AJ Finn. Again, another book that I'm super excited about. I can't remember what this one's about. I just know, obviously, the woman is a very, what's the word? I literally cannot think of words. What's the word? An introvert. Wow. Introvert. Yeah, anyway. I know that this woman is an introvert. I can't remember if this is the book that has, I think she has like agoraphobia or some kind of phobia. I might be confusing it with another book, which is very possible because the amount of books that I've like been looking at recently, it's a lot. Anyway, another book by Gabby that she recommended that said was really good, so I bought it. I got is The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. I know that this is set on a cruise ship, but basically there's this person in cabin 10 and she's very creepy, just very kept to herself, very like, what is she really doing? Kind of creepy, kind of, you know, what's really going on. I've heard amazing reviews about this book too, so I'm extremely excited about this one. The last 4 books, no, wait, hold on. Next one. I have Watching You by Lisa Jewell. I know she's a very popular thriller author as well. I just happened to see this one and I was like, ooh, let me get that one. I am excited about this one because I believe this one's set in England. So I'm pretty sure all the other books I have are set in the United States. So it's going to be kind of cool to have a book that's not set in the United States. So we'll see how this one goes. I've heard amazing things about her books for a very long time. And the last 3 books that I found at Half Price Books are romance books, and I was not expecting to find these, honestly, but I saw them and I was like, I have to have them because they have been on my radar for a very long time. One of the very first books I found is The Bromance Book Club by Alyssa K. Adams. I have been dying to read this book. Everybody raves about this series. Some people love this book. Some people don't like it. Some people like the second book better. I don't know. The whole concept of this whole story sounds amazing. You have these guys that are reading romance books in a book club. What more could you want? Like, perfection. Am I right? I got one of the most talked about books on Bookstagram, BookTube, Book Twitter, every book, social media, Beach Read by Emily Henry. This is probably one of the books that I've been the most excited about because I have heard nothing but amazing things. Some people didn't enjoy it just because it wasn't their cup of tea, but I really think I'm going to love this book because seriously, every single person that has pretty much read it has loved it and raves about it. I am so excited about this book and I was so excited to find a copy of it. So excited. And another book that I was super excited to find is One to Watch by Kate Stayman London. This is a plus size heroine who is basically trying out for like the Bachelorette, and all these people are, you know, vying for her attention, and she's plus size. I am obviously a fan of The Bachelor and the Bachelorette world. I've really only started watching it since Hannah's season, I think. I didn't watch Colt's season, but I do love it. It's it's entertaining. It really is. It's something else. But this, I have a feeling I'm going to love this because unfortunately I have not seen that kind of representation in The Bachelor and the Bachelorette yet. So I'm excited to have this. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the library book portion. It's a whole lot smaller than my Half Price Books haul, but here it is. Okay, so the very first book I found that I was so excited about, which I have been dying to start for probably since it released, is the Southern Books Club Guide to Slaying Vampires. Y'all, that's the biggest title ever. This is by Grady Hendrix. Everybody knows this book at this point, but it's this book set in the early 90s. I think the year before I was born, in 93. I was born in 94. But this is just about slaying vampires, and it's about like these group of women who are in a book club, and then there's like this vampire and they all like band together to fight off these vampires. I don't know. I was intrigued by the cover. All I need is vampire and I'm sold. That's all I need. Next up I got Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. I recently got a book from Half Price Books the last time I went. I think The Good Daughter, I think is what it's called. Something like that. But I've been hearing also amazing things about her books. Another book that was recommended, so I saw it and I picked it up and I'm excited to read it. And then probably the most exciting thing is I actually found a copy of Final Girls by Riley Sager. I plan to start this hopefully tonight, if not tomorrow, the audiobook of it. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to have a hard copy of it. So if I wanted to follow along with the actual physical copy, I could, but also for Bookstagram purposes. So super excited about this. Along with finding Final Girls, I actually found all 4 of his books at the first library that I went to, the one that is a lot smaller, but I had to restrain myself and I only got 2. So the second one I got is Lock Every Door, also obviously by Riley Sager. I can't remember if this is his second release or the third one. Anyway, also this cover is pink, so that's a big reason why I got it. honestly, because it's pink. But seriously, he's like one of those authors that everybody loves and raves about, so I'm excited about it, to be very honest. Last up, I have 4 more books from my other library. I was actually surprised because this is actually the bigger of the 2 libraries, and I really did not find a whole lot of thrillers, which was kind of sad, but also good because I could have done some major damage. But I guess that's kind of good that I went to the smaller library first, because then I really would have done some damage. But I finally found another one of Riley Sager's books. This is The Last Time I Lied. This might be his 2nd release. I don't know. Anyway, saw it. I got it. Last but not least, I got 3 mangas. They're all within the same series. So I recently did a haul. I will put it in the cards. But I am going to continue the LDK series. So it's volume 2, 3, and 4. No, excuse me, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, 3, 4, and 5 of this series. I figured I'm probably going to need something quick. Especially since I haven't been reading a whole lot lately, but I figured these were kind of perfect. Plus, I absolutely adored the first 2 volumes, so I thought this would be kind of good to kind of, you know, mix it up, have something quick, because I can finish a manga within 30 to 45 minutes, so it's nice to have these. But those are all the books that I went and got at Half Price Books, as well as my library. If you have read any of these or even have some recommendations for me, I would love to hear your thoughts. If you guys like this video, definitely give me a thumbs up. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, make sure to put on the push notifications so that you know when I post again. All of my social media links will be down in the description if you guys want to follow me on other platforms. But I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.